Hey guys, so today we have an anti-haul which I haven't done in about a month. I had one filmed and then I forgot to edit it, and looking back on it now it's obviously like late and outdated, and so I basically I'm refilming. I put in a lot of the stuff that I put in my last video, but now I put in stuff that's come out after my video, and I've just curated it to the stuff that I actually want to talk about rather than talk about everything. Before we get into the video, my puppy's Instagram and my TikTok, that's the two things I'm going to plug today. I think that's fun. Anyway, I'm gonna sit over here just to make sure that you guys can see what I'm talking about, and let's get into it. This is what nightmares are made of. So this is the Crayon Case Big Box Palette. Do you want to show yourself on camera? She's having a nap. She's an angel. Wow, you're the sweetest. Okay, lie down, do a nap. Luckily she's taking a nap while I'm filming, which is nice. This is exactly what I don't want. Why are there so many different shades? Why is it that some blues are big, some blues are small? Like, who decided that a navy was going to be a big pan and that a lighter blue was going to be a small pan? Who decided on the layout of this? Who decided on the sizes of this? Who decided that some are going to be diagonal and some are going to be aligned? I am just so beyond confused by the choices that were being made in this crayon box. Let's just swiftly move along. This is stunning. Stunning, I tell you. This Christian Dior, I don't know if Dior is... I think out of all the luxury brands, Dior is one of not many that is cruelty-free. So these are beautiful. The only thing is, I don't like the brushes. I don't think I would use this. I literally just want it because I think it looks beautiful. Like the stamping on it. Oh my god, it's absolutely stunning. I wouldn't want to touch it because I wouldn't want to ruin it. But why do they put the brushes in everything? Like, why? I just don't get it. I just don't understand why the brushes were necessary there. But I just think this is so stunning, so beautiful. And I usually think Dior makeup is quite cheap looking. I think the packaging they always put on stuff is just plastic and it just looks like it belongs. Like, if you change that from Dior to Maybelline, I wouldn't think twice about it. If you told me, oh, that's Maybelline, I'd be like, yeah, sure. I mean, that's like, what, 10 quid? But if you tell me it's like 40 pounds, Dior, not so much. This, however, looks good. I like this. I'm tempted by this. Viseart or Visart. Some people call it Visart, but I remember it was Viseart like 3 years ago, so I'm gonna go Viseart. It's coming out with this purpley nude palette, and this was one that kind of caught my eye, and then I realised I just don't really want it. I have so during Black Friday, I actually, from Viseart, I have one eyeshadow palette and I love it, and it's gonna be really boring to you guys. I bought the 01, like from the initial collection that they released, like the proper like makeup artisty stuff, and I use it with everything. Like, for example, today I used the Pat McGrath Mothership 4 or 5, like one of those. I'll try and put it on screen. And in my crease, those transition shades, I used some of the Viseart shadows, because what I realized is Pat McGrath doesn't obviously really put many mattes in her palettes. You'd be lucky to get 3 mattes in her Mothership palettes. Usually there's about 2, and they're quite deep because they're supposed to pack a punch, and I like to have like a softer transition, so I actually kind of use the Viseart palette for everything now, because it's got cool tones in there, it's got warm tones, it's got neutral shades. I think it's like the perfect palette, and I literally have been getting so much use out of it. It's beautiful. I love it. But it's so boring that I just, I got it on a sale and it's just really nice. Anyway, I just don't think this is something that I need or something that I necessarily want. I think it just kind of drew me in because like that bottom left purple, I think it just looks stunning. I just don't think I need this. I don't think I want it. I think I just had a little moment where I was like, oh, I think this would be quite fun. And here's a Colourpop palette that they recently released. It's like this big rainbow palette, and I have I have a bunch of Colourpop's 9-pan palettes where they have like the rainbow ones, the pastel ones, the nudie ones. I have a bunch of them. I love their 9-pan palettes. I think they're such a great deal. And I bought the 6-pack of the rainbow, like there's like a red one, like the monochromatic 9-pan palettes. There's like red, blue, green, yellow, purple, whatever. So I genuinely just don't need this. I have this, but just in smaller palettes, and I kind of prefer it that way. I don't like buying big palettes. I prefer more curated small palettes. Even if it ends up being the same amount of shades as a whole, I like having them separated into different palettes. I think it's just easier for the eyes. And I think there's pressed glitters in this, which I'm not a huge fan of. I prefer shimmer shades. This is stunning. I'm going to try and find out what brand this is while I'm editing, but these are apparently bigger than like eyeshadow pans, so you can use them as like highlighters or anything like that. There's like an oil spill, like a darker base one, and then there's like a light iridescent one. I think these are absolutely stunning. They're basically multi-chromes, and I think they're just the most beautiful thing ever. I wonder what the brand is. I wonder what like the shipping is like. I'll check it out. Right now, I don't need it, but I am so tempted. There's this palette, which is kind of like a red-y silvery palette, and I think it's really nice. I don't think I need it. I think I have enough like red silvery type shadows, but I think this color story is something I haven't seen before, and I think this is very original. It's a very nice way of taking shades that have been done before, silvers and reds, and putting them together and making something really, really beautiful. I think this would look amazing on the eyes. I think you could really get some good looks out of this. This almost had me, and I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. And if it's on sale, ever, I'll check if it's on sale, then I'll get it. It's basically just like every product that Glow Recipe has released, but just in like a big wardrobe, they called it. On hand, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these, but they're like some of my favorite products, and I would really, I used up one of those shades, so I would have had more. 7? Okay, I'm missing a few of these, but I think it's just such a good deal. They had this on a Black Friday sale and I missed it. I would not pay full price for this, but I would pay like a Black Friday sale price for this. These are so tacky. I hate these. The color stories are very normal. Like I feel like if Colourpop released this, I'd be like, oh yeah, fair enough, cool. But this packaging is so tacky. The packaging on these tin, like small palettes are always so tacky. They released some Christmas ones. They released a few of these and I hate them every single time. Let's Play, that's my jam. I just think it's so tacky. I would never open my drawer and be like, oh my god, that's the palette I want to use. That's the palette that's going to make me look pretty today. It's going to make me feel pretty today. I just think this is something I'd give to like a 12-year-old for birthday. I'd be like, here's your first like introduction to makeup. Instead of Claire's makeup, here's Too Faced. And that speaks volumes on what Too Faced has become. It's literally Claire's makeup. It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. These eyelashes, not my thing whatsoever. They're so huge. I get it. Maybe this is like your thing. Please let me know if you actually wear these on like an everyday basis, because I feel like my eyeballs would fall out of the sockets because my eyes get so dry and sensitive with any lashes, even like very natural ones, so let alone these. These would literally weigh my eyes down. I don't know what occasion I would wear these on. I just feel like these are so huge. I feel like the top left one is like the most reasonable looking one, but then the top right, I'm just like, how could you even open your eyes? That looks so uncomfortable. They just look really uncomfortable. I think that's my main thing. I'm just like, I'll just stick to mascara. It's just more comfortable. So Violet Voss is releasing this tie-dye 4 palette. Now the packaging itself is not nice. I hate to be, the negative Nancy, sorry. The packaging looks like it was made in like paint. Like someone who just has no idea about graphic design just went into paint and said, just put like little writing on it, a rainbow background, that'll be cool. But also, why are there 3 brown shades and 1 white shade along with all of these like colourful shades? Why I don't... Also, if you look at the ratio of like which ones are shimmery shades and which ones are matte shades, you can't really get a look out of this. You can't get a cohesive look because like the reds are matte, the yellows are shimmery, then there's like a green matte, a blue shimmery, purple matte. Like you can't really get a look out of this. I'm confused by this palette. Next, Kiko Milano is coming out with a quite nice collection. This is beautiful. This looks amazing. I love the green packaging. I love the like stamping on the product. This is their holiday collection. I think this gives me holiday vibes all around. This is something you wear on holiday. Well, no, this is something you wear during Christmas. Like, this is beautiful. I'm thinking about it, but like, do I need it? No, but like, it's beautiful. Lawless is coming out with these biodegradable glitters, which I think is great. Usually, chunky glitter is not biodegradable. It's usually plastic. So like, people don't really like using it anymore. It's also not eye safe because plastic doesn't like disintegrate. So if it gets in your eye, it can really scratch up your eyes. But this is biodegradable. I've never seen this done before. I think it's really smart. I love the 2 shades they picked. Super natural, super like everyday. You could just slap it on with nothing else and I think it will look really nice. I wonder where I can get Lawless in the UK and then I'll think about it, unless it's like astronomical shipping, then I won't just get like one biodegradable eyeshadow. I also have a bunch of these shadows in these similar shades. I just don't know if I necessarily need it, but I think this is such a good idea, and if they came out with like a bunch of these in different like finishes, such a good idea. Oh my god, these. Okay, Charlotte Tilbury released this magic lip oil crystal elixir, and there's like a reddy shade and like a nudie shade. Now, I received these in PR, not knowing anything, and I tried these, and oh my god, I love these so much. For like those natural days, I just put a little bit of lip liner and slap on the nude one, and it looks so good. Like your lips are just plump, but like natural, but also like with a slight tint. Oh my god. And then I found out these are $40 each. I mean, now that I've tried it, I would probably buy it. Like, knowing how good it is, if they were like, okay, well, you don't have it anymore, do you want to buy it again? I'd probably buy it. Would I recommend it for $40? I mean, if you have like random $40 burning a hole in your pocket, I think these are really nice. But like, are they anything revolutionary for $40? I don't think so. I think you can get like the same effect with a different product. I just think these are really nice. It's a really nice formula. Then Jennifer Lopez is coming out with this. She's finally released kind of like her line, and the prices are astronomical. So she's got like a glow serum for $79, a Wonder cream for $58, a complexion booster for $39, a glow face mask, just one, for $18 or three for $48, a cleanser for $38, an eye cream for $48, a SPF 30 moisturizer for $54. I'd expect an SPF 50 for that price. A dietary supplement for $36. I think I'll be passing on this. Just not the kind of prices I want to pay for a celebrity brand. Just not. Physicians Formula is coming out with a butter bronzer, well, from the butter line, a putty primer, as well as a setting spray, like a skin mist. I'm tempted by the putty primer. If it comes on Beauty Bay, I might try it out. I think I haven't tried these kind of putty primers in a really long time. But to name something of that consistency, butter just gives me the ick. Phoebe, stop crying, please. Please. Let me do my job. I need to buy you food. I need to be able to afford your food and your toys. What do you think about all of these makeup products? Any opinions? Okay, that's fine. She's literally upside down in my lap. Like, I don't know how any of the positions she takes up are comfortable, but like, I'm not going to question it. Drunk Elephant's coming out with this face mist. It's kind of like how Glow Recipe came out with like a skin mist. It's not supposed to be makeup, but it's supposed to just be like a mist with skincare infused in it. But I kind of use on top of makeup, under makeup. I use it just randomly whenever I feel like it. And because I like that mist, I don't really see the point of buying this one. And I feel like this one might be a little bit overpriced. And with mists, you always lose a lot of the product kind of just flying about everywhere. So I don't know if it'll be a good deal. You might as well get something that's kind of like, you slather it on your face and you'll probably get more benefits out of it. But I think this is, you know, cute. Colourpop came out with the Hello Kitty collection, and I was very close to getting it purely because I'm a collector and I get into like buying stuff from a brand. I like the blushes. I'm not interested in the palette or whatsoever. I like the lip products, but that's about it. And obviously I wasn't going to just buy 2 blushes and some lip products because that's, you know, the shipping on that would be crazy. Beautylish and Sonia G are coming out with a limited edition set of brushes. There's like 3 small ones, 2 big ones, and they're $125. I like Zoeva, I like Sigma, probably some other ones. I just don't need to pay $125 for brushes. I really never feel the need to. I feel like brushes are one of those things where I'm just like, I buy so many because I can't be able to clean them all the time. So I like to just have a lot of the same ones just laying around. So I just don't think $125 for 5 brushes where I'm trying to be. I'd rather take that money and buy myself a Pat McGrath palette. I'll have so much more enjoyment and excitement out of a palette. I feel like there are people that really enjoy a good brush, and I respect that. I am just one of those people where I'm like, I want an eyeshadow palette. And then I'll be like, oh my god, I'll cherish using that product. With brushes, I'm just like, it's a brush. Like, at the end of it, it's what I use to apply the exciting stuff, but it's not the exciting stuff. Glamlight. Why did that take me so long to say? Glamlight is coming out with this kind of like sweet Christmas collection. I think it's probably sold out by now, sorry. I like the palette. Obviously I won't get it because I don't like the puffy packaging that they make for the circle palette, but I think, you know, the blush inside, like in the middle, looks like a beautiful color. I like the purple. I like the color story. I like some of these like lip products. I like the look of them. I just don't think I'll buy anything, but I think this is like good release. Dragon Beauty, so Nikita Dragon's brand, is coming out with 2 eyeshadow palettes. I think they're out now. Like, they came out probably a few days ago. There's like a more purpley brownie palette, and then there's like a bluey turquoisey palette. Both of them have at least 2, both of them have 2 kind of more neutral nudie transition shades, and then they have those 3 like colors. So like they have the purples and the blues. I mean, just putting Nikita Dragon aside, I like the packaging. I like the like manga type drawing of the eyes. I like kind of the shape of the pans. I think it's interesting. It ties back into her first launch with the egg. I just don't think these colour stories are anything to write home about. And I heard the prices of these are quite high for literally 5 pans. So I'll pass on that one. Then Glow Recipe came out with niacinamide dew drops, which are kind of reminiscent in, I guess, like the way they look on the face to the Glossier, like the glow serum, which you can kind of wear on its own or as a primer. It makes your skin look like nice and glowy. I think this is very similar and I'd really want to try this out. Once I'm done with my niacinamide serum from Glossier, I'll buy this one. Too Faced is coming out with this Peach Bloom collection. It's lip oils and like cheek and lip tints, and they're color adjusting. Do you know what that means? You're gonna have that ugly hot pink. That ugly hot pink shade that no one wants. I have this Glow Recipe Lip Pop lip balm and I've used it up to the point where I like dug out on the inside. Like that's how much I use this up. This gives me that ugly hot pink tint, but I still use it because I really like it. But I would never wear it out because I know how ugly it looks, and this is how ugly it will look. First Aid Beauty is coming out with a niacinamide powered serum that reduces the look of dark spots, sunspots, hyperpigmentation, etc. It's like a facial radiance niacinamide dark spot serum with licorice root, golden kiwi fruit, and niacinamide. It's $42, which is quite expensive for First Aid Beauty. They're quite reasonably priced, but I think this looks really interesting. Once again, once I'm done with that one and the Glow Recipe one, I might try this one out. Jouer is coming out with like a translucent version of their powder, like their pressed powder. I have like the coloured version of this, like the one that actually has some pigment to it, and I think it's okay. I bought it instead of my Charlotte Tilbury powder because I'm trying to find alternatives, not because I don't like Charlotte Tilbury. I love that powder, it's my favourite. I just wanted to see if there was anything comparable, and so far the only one that came close was the Kaleidos one in like the trio. It's like the light shade on top and then 2 bronzer contour type shades. That one came really close in formula. I tried a few other ones, but none of them really come close, and this one does not come close. I'm wearing it under my eyes right now, and I mean, it looks fine, but the Charlotte Tilbury one just really blurs, and it just looks so good. Fenty's coming out with these. So Rihanna has her like shimmery, translucent lip glosses, and now she's coming out with full pigment lip glosses, and I'm not a fan of full pigmented lip glosses. I like them to be more shimmery and sheer and kind of just like a hint of colour rather than like full pigmentation, so I won't be getting these. Colourpop's coming out with their Big Poppy collection, so they have the Poppy All Mattes eyeshadow palette, which is kind of similar to the Sunflower palette, which is basically just like all mattes, no shimmers. I think the formula on that one is amazing, so that's really nice. 3 lippy pencils and 3 lippy sticks, 1 body oil glow thing, 2 blushes, and 1 like face serum. This collection isn't necessary for me. To be fair, I like the lippy sticks. I think they look really nice, but I genuinely just don't need most of this. Storybook Cosmetics has finally released their Starry Night palette, which they've been announcing for like ages, and it's just not necessarily the colour palette, like the colour story for me. I don't feel any kind of way when I look at the pictures, so therefore I'm not going to get it. Glamlight is also coming out with this collection, which, oh my god, the colour story on that eyeshadow palette is incredible. If it was a different shaped palette without the puffiness, oh my god, I'd eat this palette up. I think it's such an amazing colour story. It's just so yummy. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. Oh my god, it's such a yummy colour story. It's just the size of the palette is not getting me. And then Fenty is coming out with pressed powders that are like actually pigmented. It's like a foundation powder. I want to try this. Imagine if this was like the Charlotte Tilbury powder, except this comes in a bunch of shades, like from the lightest to the deepest. So if these are better or at least comparable to the Charlotte Tilbury formula, then this is the winner. And then Gucci, right? Surprisingly, Gucci's coming out with Gucci makeup. Actually looks really interesting, and the reviews I've seen of Gucci makeup are really good. Like, people are really enjoying Gucci makeup, which I'm tempted to try it. I feel like it's overpriced, but I think the packaging is really nice. I don't know. They're coming out with a primer as well as foundations, and the colour range on these foundations is actually not disappointing. I mean, it goes really deep. I think this is amazing. Of course, the prices are going to be insane, but like, I'd love to try this. Then Benefit. I mean, do I even have to talk about Benefit? Most of the stuff they come out with is really boring. Like, when was the last time they actually came out with a product? Ages ago. They're coming out with the Professional, because why would they not just stick with the thing they've been doing for like 10 years? Super Setter, long-lasting makeup setting spray, sure. Danessa Myricks is coming out with like cream contour, and oh my god, the shade selection is incredible. The light shades look perfect for contour, like they would do that perfect like shadow, but look at that deep shade. I think we're onto something here. And then Morphe's coming out with a skincare range. The Morphe 2 line is coming out with a skincare range, which I'm kind of not interested in. I feel like I don't trust Morphe with skincare. And I have my like favorite stuff that I really enjoy using, so I'll just stick with that. Colourpop's coming out with the Wine and Only collection. I think the colour story looks great. The blushes look amazing. There's some like Super Shock shadows. I might add a few of these products if I'm already putting down a Colourpop order, but otherwise I won't like go out of my way just to buy this. Is where I'm at. Clinique's coming out with this highlight. It's a cheek pop highlighter. I'm not sure if Clinique's cruelty free. I'll have to check that out, but this looks so cute. I'm just scared that because it's gold and it looks quite deep, it would leave like a grey cast, like a dark cast. So I would have to check this out in store. And now that we're in tier 4, if you don't know, like we're in proper lockdown again in the UK, I won't be trying anything out anytime soon. So I'll just pass for now. Bite Beauty. I've never bought anything from Bite, but they're coming out with a mascara and the wand looks like perfection. It looks like every mascara that I love. So I'm tempted by this, but I have so many mascaras to go through and they obviously don't last too long, so I'll pass for now. Dragon Beauty is also coming out with a setting spray. So it's Forever Fantasy. I'm assuming it's like a long wearing setting spray with a translucent powder. They're only coming out with these shades, but they try to show it on lighter and deeper skin tones. However, like if you do a light dusting, of course it's going to look fine, but what if you do a bake? Like, is that going to look fine on deeper skin tones? Has that been tried out? Is that like confirmed good? Because some translucent powders do leave a grey cast on deeper skin tones, so I just think that's something we need to address. Buxom is coming out with this and it's really boring. So they're using the White Russian shade. It's one of their best selling shades, if not the best selling shade, but they're coming out with a lipstick, some like highlighter and a palette, which is like a face and eye palette. It looks really boring. I don't like this. I've never tried anything from Buxom. I heard their lip glosses are amazing, but never tried anything. Chrissy Teigen kind of what's it called? Why can I not? Teased a Colourpop collaboration, which to me sounds really weird. I mean, if it's nice, right? It doesn't really matter whose name is attached to it, but I feel like Chrissy Teigen has a much older audience because she's an adult, she's a married woman, she has kids, whereas Colourpop seems a little bit more young, kind of like something that you use when you're like in your teens, maybe early like young adult. I don't know, it's just a really weird collab to me. Am I just wrong? Does Chrissy Teigen have like a younger audience? I'm not sure. Charlotte Tilbury's coming out with a mini of their powder if you just want a mini instead of a full size. They're also extending their like complexion product shade range. I think they're adding like an extra 5 or 7 shades. But they're also coming out with these 3 eyeshadow palettes and I have them. I got them in PR and they're amazing. So they're like a much different formula to other eyeshadows or any other eyeshadows. They're like almost a baked formula. Like if you know the difference, it's like more stiff, less powdery. When you go in, it doesn't like kick up powder. It's more just baked. And these are amazing. I use them with my fingers. I don't use them with brushes. I just, basically what I did with them is I'll take like one of the shades, just tap it all over my eyes, take one of the deeper shades, tap on the outer corner, and then take a Super Shock shadow and put on top, and it looked incredible. I mean, do I think these are worth the money? If this is like the one palette you can buy, I don't think you should get it. I think there are many other palettes with many more shades in them for a similar price. But if you have, once again, just money burning a hole in your pocket and you really want to try these out, I think these look so nice. They're not super pigmented. I don't want to give the wrong message. They're very much like the I'm not wearing much makeup look. I think they just look so stunning. Tatcha is coming out with a dewy serum, and I've never tried anything from Tatcha, and I feel like if I would try something, like the first product I'd try would probably be one of their face creams, because I feel like that's like the thing everyone hypes up, rather than their dewy serum. But I think this looks really nice. Then Too Faced is coming out with another one of those tin palettes. Be My Lover. Oh, it's just so bad. I don't like these. I mean, if you just look at the color story, it looks fine, right? Like if you look at the pans, fine. The packaging though, why? Then Natasha Denona is coming out with lip pencils, I guess to go with like the nude lipsticks she has and everything like that. I mean, they look nice, but I'm assuming they'll work just like any other lip liner. They'll just be more expensive, so I'll pass. And that's it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, comment down below anything you want to comment down below, and subscribe to post videos every time I think of something to do. So hit that bell, you'll be notified when that's happening. Social media links, any other links in the description. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.